We're on page 150, and the top of page 150 shows you different ways to write ratios. And we're now on example 1. We're going to examine in A part-to-part ratio, and in B we're going to examine a part-to-whole ratio using Sam's video collection. So question A, it's not a question, says write the ratio of comedies to dramas in 3 different ways. So go find the comedies. There are 8 comedies, and there are 3 dramas. So one way to write that is using a colon 8 to 3. That's probably my favorite way. Another way is to write 8 comedies to 3 dramas using words. And a third way is to write it as a fraction. I don't totally like this way because we'd be writing 8 comedies over 3 dramas. And typically when we do when we write a fraction like that, we would be writing like the comedies over the total. And so the fraction doesn't make quite as much sense on a part-to-part ratio. It does make more sense on question B. Let's examine that real quick. B says write the ratio of dramas to total videos in 3 different ways. Now if you examine the numbers in B, it might not make sense to you how you get 14. You can see a 3 there. If you go examine the table, there are 3 dramas. We know that right here. 3 drama videos. So you could actually put that right here. 3 dramas. Where's 14 coming from? Well, it's the total videos. The total number of videos is 8 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. That's 14. So it would be 3 out of 14. It makes more sense when you're using a fraction to do a part-to-whole ratio where you put part of the collection over the total collection. Okay, so let's go ahead and read questions 3 and 4. I'll bring them into view. And what I'll ask you to do now is pause the video and resume it after you've made your best guess on the answers for 3 and 4. Okay, so have your pencil ready to make some revisions or corrections to questions 3 and 4. Question number 3 reads, describe the relationship between the drama videos and the science fiction videos. Now some kids here are going to want to write a ratio, which you could do and it wouldn't be a bad answer. But really I'm going to focus on this word relationship right here. You need to go into your table and you need to find the number of drama videos, which is 3, and the number of sci-fi videos, which is 1. And what we're trying to get you to do is recognize that there are 3 times as many drama videos as there are sci-fi videos. And that's the answer here. There are 3 times as many and I'm just going to say dramas as sci-fis. There are 3 times as many drama videos as sci-fi videos, the ratio being 3 to 1. Okay, question number 4 reads, the ratio of floor seats to balcony seats in a theater is 20 to 1. Does this theater have more floor seats or more balcony seats, and how do you know? Sometimes you read this question and you get a little bit mixed up. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to kind of make a little note off to the side and try and keep everything organized. The ratio listed was 20 to 1, but I may have forgotten which was which. So I'm just going to go make a little note there. Remember, they give you the ratio in the same order of the words. So go back up to the very first few words. The ratio of floor seats. That means that 20 represents floor seats, and then it says 2, and then it says balcony is your second word. That means the second number represents balcony. Well, now the question's really easy when you know that there are 20 floor seats for every 1 balcony seat. Reread the question, does this theater have more floor seats or more balcony seats, and how do you know? I would say floor seats. And it says how do you know, and an unsophisticated answer would be because that's the first number, and that would be good enough. I'm going to again use that kind of relationship idea. I would say something like what we said for number 3. I would say there are 20 floor seats for every 1 balcony seat. And I feel like that's a pretty good answer. Okay, I'll turn the page and we will read and try questions 5 through 6. Once again, I ask that you read I'm going to help you read the directions actually, because there's sometimes kids don't read this carefully. It says, write each ratio in 3 different ways. If you're unclear on what to do here for numbers 5, 6, and 7, go up to the very top of the page where it says writing ratios. It shows you a bunch of different ways to write ratios. You should be able to examine this party mix, and you should be able to write all of these ratios in 3 different ways. Please pause the video, and when you've made your best effort here, we can then check our answer. All right, pencil ready to make any corrections. Your answers might look real similar to mine, and they might be just fine. We'll just kind of see as we go. So the number 5 reads, bagel chips, 2 peanuts. We need to go identify the number that goes with bagel chips, which is 3, and the number that goes with peanuts, which is 1. And one answer here is 3 to 1 using a colon. A different answer here is 3 to 1 using the word 2. And a third answer here would be a fraction, which again is my least favorite way unless we're talking about the total, and that would be 3 over 1. Number 6 is the total amount of party mix 2 pretzels. If you look carefully at this, you're not going to see the total. You're actually going to have to do some addition. There are 3 cups of pretzels, 3 cups of bagel chips, 1 cup of crackers, 1 cup of peanuts. That's a total of 8 cups, which actually is shown in the title. It's just kind of secret there. Anyway, the total amount is 8, and the pretzels is 3. So the first ratio would be 8 to 3, or 8 to 3, or 8 over 3. Which is really strange that you would be writing the total over the part, but it's what they asked for. The third one is cheese crackers, which is 1, to peanuts, which is 1. That can also be written using the word 2, 1 to 1. That can also be written as a fraction, 1 over 1. Those are the way that you would be writing those ratios in 3 different ways.